just for my understanding, what's your lead time before you start preparing a product for you to have?
That's a great question.
Like, I'm curious, like, from the business sense, to understand better what you go through. Now, you do product development a long time ahead of time,
right? And
then you have a certain time frame that you want to get all your memorabilia, your autographs. What is your lead time that you have to play with before it's a
It all depends. It all depends if it's hard sign, if it's stickers, what kind of memorabilia you're asking, what kind of, if it's going to be in a tin, so you got to import it from other countries. There's all these different things that are built into the system. Like, for example, plexiglass in the trilogy. I started writing for that project about 14 months in advance. Okay, the plexiglass takes about 6 to 7 months to produce. By the time you get the photos, you get the glass, the cells to be printed on the glass and all that. By the time you get it and you want them hard signed, I mean, God forbid we want stickers on plexiglass, right? So, not that we haven't done it, okay? to make sure we get the cards out to people because people want the cards. But to get that done, plus on top of it, and everyone's like, oh, I want duals, I want triples, I want quads. Yeah, quad blessing cards. You're talking about 2 months for every athlete to sign. So you're talking about quads for like 8 months in advance, pretty much. Not necessarily 8 months, but you have to have that lead time. You can't expect an athlete to say, I got the cards, I'm signing it, I'm returning it.
Of course.
Right? So, they have to have their lead time. And if it's 4 players, it's definitely difficult. Yeah. So in the case of plexiglass, but I mean, it can range anywhere. I want to say the shortest time that I started developing a product, or actually finishing my development and coming up with a document for people to follow, it's like 7 months out. People go all the way to 14 months out. Sign cards, we pretty much are on an 8 to 9 week signing time. So I think about, let's say for example, cup. Everyone talks about photo shoot versus game use. By the time we get the first game use cards for the cup, or game use jerseys, it is almost impossible to even catch up that timeline to get those cards out to the players to sign. So in terms of cup, packs out usually about, let's say, June, right? The cards are received to us about May. So from March, anywhere from February to May is the time you sign them. And I'll tell you right now, any player that's on a possible playoff hunt, they will refuse to sign during the playoffs. And as soon as the playoffs are done, they're gone back home. So if it's in Russia or whatever, and here's a commitment that the company did for the Cup this past year. Malkin went traveling to Paris. Okay, we sent a guy to Paris. He left Paris. We didn't get that done. Then he went back to home at the bottom of the Ural Mountains. And there was one guy in the office that said, I'll fly out tomorrow with the cards. So
how were the Euro Mountains?
I didn't go. Here was the issue. To go to Russia, you needed a Russian visa. So just to get the Russian visa took a month. And we were lucky that one guy had a Russian visa and we just managed to make it work. But we don't go. We want to go though. Here's to visit Malkin, visit Alexander,
I found it intriguing that Upper Deck got the rights to use the name O-Pee-Chee. I was thinking for next year's set, since Gretzky is arguably your #1 spokesman for the hockey brand, instead of even creating like an O-Pee-Chee retro, but just releasing as a normal O-Pee-Chee brand, using the same style of Gretzky's rookie year card as your base set.
I'd love to hear everyone's ideas. It has been brought up, the whole Gretzky design and all that. Maybe we can go get the O-Pee-Chee cutters the way they were too, and make sure that we can get nice red. But no, going along those lines. I mean, the O-Pee-Chee look, the brainstorming. We've done a lot. I mean, last year was our first jump in the water with O-Pee-Chee. Okay, I think we wanted to create a big set so people can have a chance to. A lot of people like building sets, and I think that was a successful product for that. But this year with the buybacks, I think is a huge enhancement, and we'll bring that in. There's some ideas that, next year, I mean, some people throw some ideas, why don't you include some O-Pee-Chee packs from the past? We may do that. I mean, but I don't want to do one product and throw 150 ideas in this product, and then the year after, wow, that was great. But what do I do now? So I appreciate any ideas, any input at all. Sure.
A question on the buybacks. Are they going to be exactly the same as they were? Yes. They're going to have an AUD authentication signature?
No, they're not. Number one, O-Pee-Chee is an O-Pee-Chee brand. All the deco foil, the hologram security foil and all that, it's all O-Pee-Chee now. Buybacks, the only thing that's going to have certificates for the buybacks is going to be the autographs. So if it's going to be a a Gretzky rookie, it's going to be a raw rookie with a pack. There's one thing that we do notice that if it's sleeved and has a certificate, people will search it. And I'm sure you want kids to have a shot at getting those cards. You know, people go there searching the packs, get the sleeve cards, and that's it, it's dead. So I'd rather have kids have a shot at getting those cards. In terms of the buyback holograms and all that stuff, it's all OPG. There's no upper deck on OPG brand at all. We want it as its own identity.
Is someone authenticating you're like the Gretzky rookies you're buying? Because if you insert a Gretzky OPG rookie, I pull it, sends it back in for grading, and they go, sorry, this is fake.
Well, let's put it this way. I mean, I know the OPG rookies, and you know, hopefully I'm doing a good job identifying them. But I mean, you know, the same question came from Gretzky's people. He goes, I know there's fakes. I go, look for the yellow star on the shoulder, and I'll tell you if it's a fake or not. There hasn't been a fake since that has the yellow star on the shoulder, so that's a trademark of the OPG rookie. So.
Is it necessary that Upper Deck use a rookie who comes up for 2 games? I'll give you an example. Martin St. Pierre came out first year Cup. He played 2 games for the Chicago Blackhawks, but ever since that second game that he appeared in the NHL, Upper Deck created a rookie card in every single set for him. Is that necessary?
Well, I think that if you look at last year and even this year, we are actually identifying which rookies are, you know, do we really want to have them in every single set? Do they really belong in the cup, or do they really belong in the? It's not a knock against that player by all means, but obviously if guys are released, I mean, you know, we will try to modify our checkers against that. But once again, if we're 3 months out or 4 months out, and this guy gets released 2 months ago, guess what? He's going to need the product. So, because we are running, you know, the forms and everything, we can't just say, whoa, he got released. Let's go back, shred everything, and restart again. We just can't do that. You know, that's not a practical business, not practical in terms of business. So we do have, you know, give us some lead time. You know, so for example, I think someone brought up how players get traded or another team. How can we still have them? Well, we have a hard sign. We have jerseys of him, hard sign, which was created 3 months ago. Well, obviously, he's still in that team.
056 Upgrade Rookie Update.
Yes.
Sidney Crosby, dual autograph, number 23.
Okay.
What's the?
Well, it's great because on the Becker boards, it's all these conspiracy theories. You know, someone numbered them on their own and all that stuff. What happened exactly was there was 199, 23 redemptions. Numbers weren't documented, so you know now we learned a new lesson that we have to document all our numbering when we have impact and redemptions. And basically, in the future, we won't have that mistake. Well, basically, we didn't know what numbers. Was at the beginning of the numbers, at the end of the numbers, and you don't want to issue a 1 of 199 and the second 1 of 199. Right. So we did have 23 instead.
What are they both considered?
That will be a Beckett decision. I think.